Fly gonna recap this and say Gotti caught a 30 on the John Road.
So all y'all wanna know what happened? I'm gonna tell you what happened. He got smoked. That was crazy out the game.
Sometimes SP to nobody that knows body.
Hit his area with 51. Everything in Nevada flies.
When you start rapping like that?
Just like the Steve, how big is that? Top scorer in the cuts with a ratchet like tell me it's bad. You went to the county for the mess, coulda gave you a slap.
You already know what it is, man. Salute to the subscribers, that notification gang, RiceGangClothing.com for the merchandise. You heard me right. But let's get right to it, man. I gotta break this down. This is crazy for real. Like, you got a Verb who it's a lot. Like, I just need you. If you never rode with me before, while I break down every round that I've sketched about, I will ask you for this time today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't ask for time. And this is the Mamba Forever joint. You know what I'm saying? I even got the Kobe's on the feet. I got them old Mambas on. You know what I'm saying? I feel real Kobe-ish today, man. I mean, it's one of them things. His birthday just passed, but salute to my guy Showtime SP. Salute to all of the subscribers, the people who watch this content, whether religiously or in passing. I know there are a whole bunch of different other channels you could be watching, but you're here with me. And if you watch the others, salute to watching that too, you know. But woo, where do I start? So yesterday, a Verb, sorry for the keys, a Verb and Calicoe were going back and forth something crazy. Like, they were really, really going. And I might not even have it all. But you know what? I have enough to say what I'm going to say in this blog, though. I do have that much. So it all starts with a Verb sounding off on Avo after Avo's video came out, the one that came out from before. The one with the comments with 24/7. Yo, they done went as far as finding where 24/7 works. They done found out what school I guess he's a teacher. Even with all of the rhetoric that he had, he's a teacher. So they done found what school he's at, pulled up everything. I'm not putting to put it in this blog, but it's out there. So you got, like, you know, the internet investigators, they go hard. They'll find out where you used to work. They'll find out everything. So it started yesterday with Verb continuing to blast Avo for comments that he made in the video, and I guess comments that he made online saying how a Verb was the hardest person to work with that he's ever worked with and stuff like that.
Verb, and they say Verb hard to work with. How? And then he made a joke about Verb wanting his waves to be right and saying, you know, he makes him personally edit waves. And you're saying that because you personally don't like a Verb. Now, why don't you personally like a Verb? You just film battles. Why don't you like him? What has he personally done to you to make you say, damn, this dude is a piece of shit, fuck him? You might not like how people move, but you were right there in that video and on those posts attacking him publicly. You were answering fan questions, and you answered a podcaster question, both attacking a Verb. None of this had anything to do with him battling on your camera when you filmed it. You were naming shit that had nothing to do with nothing. This is the type of shit that people, okay, you just actually have a problem with me. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You got a problem with me. Like, I like Avo as the cameraman. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm with that. But not at that cost. Not at that cost. Twiz, where you at? Not at that cost. On everything. Like, not at that cost. Not at that cost. Don't even, like, Sean smacked the gun. This is my last example. Sean smacked the gun out of Sharon's hand.
And this goes back to grind time era. You know what I'm saying? Way back to the grind time era. If you remember, grind time had grind time North. Grind time North ultimately became King of the Dot. Now, if you watch Daylight's blog from yesterday, he referred to a lot of things too. Things that I kind of already knew, that they used to refer to URL guys as smack rappers. You know what I'm saying? Smack rappers.
Whenever somebody's talking reckless like that, you're supposed to stand up. Avo didn't. Avo didn't stand up. And if people are willing to talk like this on camera, that means N-words are used when the camera is off.
They call them, in other words, and some people would even go as far as saying smack rapper is a association to black rapper or the N-word or whatever the case may be. Daylight, when he had his battle on Grind Time, his attribute was listed as smack punches. Like that. That's what he was credited for. Not schemes, not setups, not cadence, but just smack punches. That's what he was referred to. And as battle rap evolved over time, a lot of the leagues, like the Grind Times and things like that, wound up folding. After Grind Time folded, URL became pretty much the most prominent, dominant league. Other leagues that might not have liked African Americans had to, I gotta, you know what I'm saying, I gotta break, I wanna get this right, had to use the services of them because they were what was popping. A lot of leagues that really came to prominence, if they could have been as dominant or continue to have good regards without ever utilizing the talent of African Americans, probably would have never done it. It is what it is, like the Don't Flops and all that. They would have never, they didn't like us over there, you know, but some of their biggest battles, Verb versus Verb and Hitman versus DNA and K-Shine, and a lot of other battles that they had over there had to have us in them because, let's just be honest, battle rap without blacks, what's battle rap without blacks? You know what I'm saying? That's like strip clubs without poles, or 42nd without hoes, or the Bulls without road, or the streets without roads, highways without tolls. That's really the big L joint I'm flipping, but you get it. You guys get what I'm saying, right? I probably should have wrote that down. That's fire too. But so they had to have us involved, and now that we're involved heavily. It's like, what would the NBA be without African Americans? You know what I mean? So you have a line drawn in the sand where some people feel like Avo is racist, some people feel like he's not. Me personally, I feel like he's contributed a lot to battle rap and done a lot for battle rap. Now, to say that someone is automatically racist would be a stretch, because he was part of a conversation that was racist or racial or that dealt with African Americans, but he was not the driving force. He was just there toasting and cheering and laughing to it. In his video, he did say that he grew up in Colorado, whatever the case may be, but nobody really gives a shit. Like, come on, nobody cares. Like, no, it is what it is. Shotgun Suge did respond to his comments. You know, he was saying that this is the guy that's talking about me. He posted a picture, and then he was talking about Avocado used to shoot gay porn. Listen, you could have left that all the way out there. That ain't got nothing, the apples ain't got nothing to do with the oranges. You could have left that all the way out the way. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, we would have been good if we would have never known that. They're like, don't do that. Don't do that. Y'all know First 48 came back out too, man. They got new episodes, bro. I was watching one yesterday. They in Tulsa. But that's neither here nor, I want to keep this going. So, Verb and Calicoe exchange on Twitter, and they start going at it. I'm gonna post like the screenshots or whatever. I can't read them right now because I'm driving. But I know Verb said a man who don't stand for something will fold for anything. And it was basically because Calicoe, who does joke around a lot, like Calicoe he jokes around a lot, and he's known to do things like that. He talks about everything that goes on in a joking manner. That's what he does, you know what I'm saying? He don't take shit, like when it comes to the Twitter shit, he just do what he do. Like, and you gotta know him for who he is. So they started with saying that why they asked Calicoe why he wasn't on Mav's show yet, you know what I'm saying, my expert opinion. And he said basically, I remember Calicoe saying somebody wouldn't give me a +1 and fly me out there, all this Hollywood shit, right? So Verb addressed that and said, yo, you don't even feel comfortable going nowhere. Like, I'm me, whether I'm solo or whether I'm with somebody, you know what I'm saying? You can't even go nowhere without your security, or you got to demand a +1, and, you know, whatever the case may be, just to be on Mav's Hoffa show. Mav Hoffa is not a corporation. He's a hood nigga just like the rest of us that just has cameras around in a barbershop. If you think you're going to get pristine, flown out treatment, I don't know. I mean, it's not going to happen. So, Calicoe went as far as even reaching out and speaking to Avocado. Like, I guess they spoke on the phone or whatever the case may be, and Calicoe returned and said he doesn't believe he's racist or whatever the case may be. And Verb is just basically like, look, yo, he's capping for this dude. And Verb made a GoFundMe. Like, and then Calicoe, that was the reason why Calicoe, I think they're battling Summer Madness. Y'all might as well drop the trailer for them anyway. Nobody told me that it's happened, but they got way too much back and forth. They got a battle on Summer Madness. URL, drop the trailer. Y'all might as well go ahead. The cat's out the bag. You got me. We know that they're battling. They're not going back and forth like this just to not be battling. So that's what I believe, and I'm standing on that. Calicoe went and spoke to Avo about the whole situation. He returned. He made a statement. But Verb made a GoFundMe for like defamation of character or something like that. I don't know why he made a GoFundMe, and Calicoe was the one that addressed him like, yo, why are you making a GoFundMe if you're saying that we don't support you or we don't support black? Like, it just made no sense. Like, the GoFundMe just popped up, and it even got a couple dollars before Verb said that he didn't want nobody's money. He just did it to prove that we don't support our own. A lot of other folks had jumped out there. Reaper Rel, salute to Reaper Rel. Reaper Rel made like a 2-hour brawl.
Hold up! Show you how real it is. Raleigh kids front and center. Come on, y'all. Raleigh kids front and center. Nah, we good. I'm just mad. Somebody was doing, you know how daddy don't play with racism. You know, one thing we don't do. We don't deal with racism. Come here. I got my son, my daughters. I got 4 daughters and a son. I actually got 5 daughters, you know. Just one's not here. She's with her mom, you know, because she's the baby. I have custody of mines. Custody, B. I don't pay child support. I got custody. Ain't no women living in my house but me, them. That's it. They the only females in my house. And my son. We the only boys up in here. Shout to my little man. We take care of ours. We take care of ours.
Watch some of it where he was talking about black fathers and how he's a father who has custody of all of his children. He has like 5 children, I believe. 5 or 6 children, and he has custody of all of them. He was talking about his children and how he's a black father. He got really emotional about it. Real Deal has spoke about, you know, how Verb's character and how he is as a father and things like that from what he's seen from the offset. But, you know, Calicoe and him are continuing to go back and forth. You know, like they not letting up off that. They're not letting off that. And I think it's got to come down to them battling, because what is this all for? Nobody ain't doing all this promo. They got the freest promo in the world going on right now. Them boys is doing promo before the promo. It doesn't make no sense but for them to battle, like, you know. And like I said, Debo was one that had put me on to some things yesterday. I spoke to him, you know. And the funny thing is, me and him don't have the greatest relationship in the world, but I respect him as a black man, as a black business owner, and somebody who has put on for battle rap culture a lot. He's been around for quite some time. And he was the one that sent me that screenshot that they used to refer to African-American battle rappers as smack battlers. Like that was smack punches was their attribute. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. But Don't Flop is not even relevant anymore. And the longer King of the Dot takes to really have events or put something together, their relevancy isn't really that legit right now either. You know what I mean? Now this. While I will say Avocado has done a lot for battle rap, you got people who don't care. Who's like, yo, nah, I'm not jocking it. Whatever the case may be, we ain't feeling it. I think the timing of this whole situation is definitely not good, when he just had like the whole everybody riding for him just to come back around and this type of stuff to be unearthed. it's kind of, you know, it's kind of different. But Verb has where he stands, Calicoe has where he stands, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's basically like, he ain't really giving Verb no support on this matter. And Verb is continuing with his verbal onslaught about being a father and about going through things. Because I want to get off the battle rap real quick, right? When it comes to being a father, you know what I'm saying? I do have children. I have a daughter, you know what I'm saying? My son's around. Like, I have family, you know what I'm saying? And when it comes to being a father, I know that black men go through a lot. Like, they go through a lot. We get it 10 times worse than probably any other race or nationality, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you go to the schools to visit, they look at you like, wow, like, you're here, like, you know what I'm saying? And when you go to school sometimes to visit your kid's school or to be part of the parent-teacher conference or things that they got going on, if you look around, you don't see a lot of us. I'm not gonna lie to you. So the ones that are involved with their children's lives and that are really going all out to sacrifice to be there for their children, they deserve nothing but the utmost praise and the utmost respect. Now, being a father, you're not supposed to get a reward for it because you're supposed to take care of your children. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're supposed to take care of our children because if we don't take care of them, who's gonna take care of them? So for me, I work a job, I run a business, I have YouTube, I do so many things, and I have rental properties. Like, I have so much going on, sometimes I forget because my children won't never want for nothing. And I made it that way, you know what I'm saying? Like, to where my children won't want for anything, because I feel like when it's all said and done, we should try to be making strides to make things better for our children than they were for us. My parents ain't leave me nothing. Hey, if we had it hard, hopefully you have it better than us. Cool, I got it from here. Went out there and got it on my own, you know? Every day there's somebody that doesn't want you to have what you have, you know? There's people, you think there's people who really love the fact that I'm doing this at this high of a level? You look under the videos, every video's got tens of thousands. Of course there's people who don't want that. But as hard as they work for me not to have it, I'm working double as hard to continue having it. You can't stop what's designed like this. Like, people would love to stop it, but they can't. That's what the frustrating factor is. They can't stop somebody who's gonna grind as hard, grind 10 times harder than you're gonna grind to stop it. And I just look at it as a black man and as a father, your children should be the #1 priority in your life. And I think that's where Verb started with saying that his children was the reason why he goes so hard. Like, if he would have just said forget about them, he'd probably be way further off in his career, but he stayed around. And I think that's where everything blew up at, you know. The Shotgun Suge, the comments about his weight and things like that, maybe people would have got around that, but when you add that with the fact that everything else happened, I don't know. But what y'all think, man? Verb, Calicoe, continuing to go to war of words. And it's not, and this is the craziest thing is, it's the time where it's going down. Timing is everything. You got George Floyd, you got Jacob Blake, you got Breonna Taylor, you got all these other people that are going through situations with the police, and this type of video comes out. It's crazy. But I think the focus, if Calicoe and Verb are going to battle, let them battle. You know what I'm saying? Just have y'all battle, get y'all battle out of the way. But all the extra stuff is starting to be a lot. I don't know what the GoFundMe was for. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what it was for. But I know there are a lot of people who watch what I got going on who aren't on Twitter. You know, I don't be on Facebook. So you would miss a lot of the news if you didn't watch things like this. So I appreciate you doing it. You already know what it do and what it does. From the 5th to the 1st, I'm about to head to work.
That bitch was hella toxic. I keep that pistol on me person. I ain't in a boxer. I keep that pistol on me person. I ain't in a boxer. But I hit hard like Javante to Davis. Suckers catch me lacking, yeah, they plotting on making me famous. They gon' slap this when I die and say that little bro gang. And my ops know what time it is. They say that little bro.